me define to you what terrorism is. There are various definitions of terrorism, and one of these definitions is derived from the Department of Defense Dictionary of Military Terms that means the calculated use of unlawful violence or threat of unlawful violence to inculcate fear, intended to force or to intimidate governments or societies in the pursuit of goals that are generally political, religious, or ideological. Another definition is from the United Nations, which is the international organization and is committed to maintain international peace and security among nations, wherein a UN panel on March 17, 2005 described terrorism as any act intended to cause death or serious bodily harm to civilians or non-combatants with the purpose of intimidating a population or compelling a government or an international organization to do or abstain from doing any act. Several different definitions that pertain to terrorism have only one purpose, and that is to use violence, threat, and to create or cause fear, and worse to kill. These people are called terrorists who creates terror to the people. They are merciless and ruthless. Their actions are all against the law because what the law wants is to protect the people against these terrorists and maintain the peace and order within the society.
There are four types of terrorism. First is insurrectionary terrorism. This aimed to revolutionarily overthrow the government. It is change the system. It is positive in majority of time. Second is loner or issue terrorism. This is aimed at the promotion of single cause. For example, is bombing of abortion clinic in the United States. Third is national terrorism. This is aimed to overthrow colonial or occupation and the goal of gaining independence. And fourth, global terrorism. This is aimed to inflicting damage and humiliation on global power and transforming global civilization rule.
Terrorism and act of terrorism are generally planned attacks in observable stages, although specific details, sequencing, and timing can vary greatly and change over time. There are stages of planning cycle that are observable and can offer opportunities to identify, plot, and prevent attacks. It includes pre-attack surveillance, training, and rehearsals.
The types of harm can terrorist event do to us: trauma of society, trauma of individual, property damage, and educational. Trauma of society, the psychological impact of terrorism-related violation experienced at an individual level. Affected societies may suffer collective trauma, which is particularly the case where attacks are targeted against a particular group or community. Trauma of the individual. Survivors of terrorist acts such as hostage-taking, hijacking, and kidnapping may experience fear, shock, anxiety, shame, guilt and self-blame, anger, hostility, rage and resentment together with a sense of disempowerment and helplessness. Survivor may also suffer grief for the loss of others and the self, anxiety, depression, including suicidal ideation, emotion, numbness, and difficulties and recollection. Property damage, damage in eradicated houses, establishment, churches, and even buildings are the main example of property damage caused of terrorism event. This is the main impact of terrorism event, but as we know, casualties are not the only way terrorists can achieve their goals. Educational. Terrorist attack have a big negative impact on education, particularly if they occur on the way from children's home to nearest primary school. The learning of each student is important, but because of terrorism, students and teachers cannot longer attend or go to school immediately, and this kind of crisis. cascading enrollment of attendance of students, persistence attack can lead to large number of schools being closed for a year of a number of years, or the large number of students being withdrawn from school by their parents.
Ito ang ruta papunta sa pirate ship. Dalawa yan, isang kanan, isang kaliwa. Pero mas nakasiguro kung nasa kaliwa ang tamang daan. At sundan nyo ko dahil dito, pwede tayong makatakas at makalayo sa kanila. May mga sasakyan dito na nakaparada at pwede natin ito magamit papalayo sa kanila. Marami ng terorista dito sa harapan, kaya tara sundan nyo ako. Takbo, dito tayo, takbo. Dito tayo, puso pa kayo. Tara, dito yung lang, papunta sa mga.
During terrorism attack, if an event of terrorism against human authentication follows the advice of a local emergency official, listen to radio or television for the news and instruction. If the event of terrorism near you, check for injuries, give first aid, and get help for the serious people. If the event of terrorism near your home while you are there, check the damage of using a flashlight. Do not light the matches or candles or turn on the electric switch. Check for fire hazard, and other household hazards. Need for the gas leak, starting of the water heaters if you smell gas or suspect a leak. Turn off the main gas bulb of the windows and get everyone outside quickly. Cut off any other damaged utilities. Confine or secure your pets. Call for your family contact and do not use telephone again unless it's a life-threatening emergency. Check on your neighbors, especially those who are elderly or disabled. Evacuation during a terror attack, listen to your authorities. After the terrorism attack, what to expect after an act of terrorism? An act of terrorism may have widespread and devastating results. You should be prepared for the following things after an attack. There can be a significant numbers of casualties and or a damage of buildings and infrastructures. So employers need up-to-date information about the medical needs and you may have and on how to contact your designated beneficiaries. Heavy law enforcement involvement at local, state, and federal levels follow a terrorist attack to the events of criminal nature. Health and mental health resources in the affected communities can be strained to their limits, maybe even overwhelmed. Extensive media coverage, strong public fear, and international implication and consequences can continue for a prolonged period. Workplace and schools may be closed, and there may be a restriction on the domestic and international travel. You and your family or household may have to evacuate an area, avoiding routes blocked for your safety.
What to do during a terrorism attack? Step 1. Plan. Possible escape routes and hiding places in advance. Step 2. Run. If there is a safe route, run. Insist others to go with you. Step 3. Hide. If you can't run, hide. Be aware of your exit and try not to get trapped. Step 4. Tell. Call the police when it is safe. Give your location. Give the direction where the attackers is moving.
If you can't run, hide. Remain unseen will be essential. While finding a place to hide, try to keep possible exit in mind. Avoid bottlenecks and dead ends that may restrict your movement. Try to find cover to hide yourself from view and also to provide physical barrier to protect from gunfire. Choose cover that is physically substantial. The thicker and heavier the better. If you can lock yourself into a room, do so. And be quiet as possible. Make sure your phone is set to silent with the vibration setting to off. Move away from the door. Try to remain calm and quiet. Do not shout for help, or else you will be detected.